2, 3. Yeah, take a real good look at this. Now, this one actually got shot down. It didn't make it, but still, take a listen at what it made it through the state assembly and it made it through the Senate. I think the only reason why Governor Newsom didn't sign it is because he know he has presidential aspects and he don't want to keep doing too much liberal stuff because it could come back to haunt him in the debates and shit. But keep listening.
Intentional, knowing, or willful violation, a civil penalty of up to $1 million. That is the definition of the state controlling speech, folks, not what Trump just did. We don't like what the FCC chairman happened to say on Benny Johnson's show, but there's a huge difference between that and real government censorship. And what type of speech is California trying to police here? Well, let's read from the bill. It says, this bill protects against online harassment, particularly when directed at historically marginalized groups. Which means what? If you were to, I don't know, point out who the Kavanaugh assassin is, which we all just learned about this morning in this new court filing, if you were to say who that person is, would you be fined $500,000? Pretty frightening. All of this happening in the
They really was trying to shut down free speech for cats like me, us content creators. They wanted to find, platforms that published any content that they had tied up in their little legalese rhetoric right here, I reckon.
Midst of the media and Democrats, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris making hay out of Trump trying to attack the First Amendment. Meanwhile, the state of California is actively passing UK-style laws that will fine you for saying the wrong thing. Pretty wild. And this bill is completely done, folks. It's passed in the House. It's passed in the Senate. All that's left is Gavin Newsom signing it into law.
What the fuck happened to free speech? I'm telling you, as time goes on, it becomes more and more a thing of the past, especially when dealing with these liberals, man, these so-called Democrats. Don't get me twisted. I'm not a Republican. I'm not with none of these devils. But the truth is, when they come to these liberals, man, they really on that authoritarian type shit. Y'all want to shut down free, because y'all got to remember when COVID was going down, Biden had Twitter, Facebook, and everybody restricting people's free speech, and all of them gonna try to come out and admit it after his administration was over with. But when it was going down, they was restricting doctors, scientists from speaking on COVID and giving you the real about COVID. You understand what I'm saying? So there's been attacks on free speech already, and it seemed just keeping it 400. It seemed like the Democrats is the ones pushing it the hardest.
What we're seeing in California from many members of the Democratic Party is they believe in free speech and civil rights as long as they get to define it. And so we've passed legislation in California in recent years involving restricting gun rights, also restricting free speech.
Worst gun laws in America. One of the highest violent crime rates, one of the highest gun victim states. Worst, look, heavy gun firearm restriction for citizens, but also it somehow that always goes right along with heavy gun violence at the same time. Ask Chicago, ask New York, ask Detroit. You know what I'm saying? All these states that got the most strict gun laws seem like they always got a lot of people getting shot. But these states where they say, no, you can carry your gun to defend yourself, the Constitution gives you a Second Amendment right to do so. Them states don't have the same gun laws. I mean, the same gun violence. Crazy but true. But listen to what the man is saying, because he's going to hit the nail right on the head.
And the reality is that federal courts are knocking these laws down. And my prediction would be that if SB 771 passes, it will be knocked down too, because all you have to do is read the text. You don't have to be a Supreme Court justice to know that it's in complete violation of federal law. You know,
straight up and down. And I believe that's what would have happened had the idiot not vetoed it. I was sure he was going to sign it, because they really think they can try to. And the crazy part is they don't want to shut down all speech, just the speech that's criticizing them, criticizing their policies. That's the speech they want. Oh, you can't say that. If it's the truth only hurts the devil.
We have a federal law that says media platforms are protected from liability from third-party content. And that
A federal law. You can't sue them. Why? Because the country has the freedom of something called speech. The country has something called the freedom of press. So this is supposed to keep everything nice and transparent so everybody can know, can have access to information of what's going on. Don't get it twisted. The government still hides and lies about a lot of shit. But the truth is that's supposed to be the law.
That is what this law proposes to do, to go the other way. You need to know that SB 771 is sponsored primarily by pro-Israel groups, and its intention is to chill criticism about the war.
You dumb son of a... You don't say. When you get right down to it. When you get right down to it. Don't you want to share this moment again and again? You get past all the fluff. Who he say? Who he say had a problem? Who he say was pushing this?
And in America, we have free speech, and we're allowed to have our views, however smart or however stupid they may be. And for me, it's pretty clear. You either believe in free speech or you don't.
Hey man, the dude got a hell of a point. But like I said, he shot down SB 771. You understand? Like I said, I only believe he did it because he has presidential prospects for the future to become the next liberal president with the head gel. Don't he look like a weasel? Don't he look like a human weasel? Where his hair slicked back and all of that? Don't he, like, if you had to put him with an animal, if you had to morph him to the animal that he most resembled, talking about Gavin Newsom, don't he look like a weasel? I don't reckon. But on some real stuff, that one he may have vetoed, but he didn't veto this one.
Assembly Bill 495 is being sold as a compassionate measure for immigrant families. But in reality, it guts parental rights and opens the door to abuse and trafficking. The bill lets virtually anyone, regardless of relation or background, take custody of a child using a one-page affidavit with no court oversight, no consent, and no verification.
One-page affidavit, I believe, is 8 questions they have to ask, and they can go and just take your kid out of school.
Critics say it legalizes child abduction under the guise of care, allowing strangers to make life-altering decisions, including medical treatments, without...
If somebody was picking up your child because you were detained by ICE or whatever, that blah, 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 why they need access and having rights to their and control over their medical? What is that for? Why is that implemented in there? Because if a kid have an accident, you could take them to any emergency and get them, medical care, get them services. And that's the only thing you should have to worry about if you have custody of the kid while their parent is being detained, which I claim this is what this is for. That's all that should be necessary. This is saying that you got control over putting the kid on medications and things. That could be hormones, that could be psychedelic medications, that could be anything. Your child.
Without a parent's knowledge. AB 495 isn't about protecting families. It's about handing children over to unvetted adults while stripping away the safeguards that keep them safe.
Now, this is a state that just barely passed SB 14 and made it more harsher penalties for child trafficking criminals. This is a state that has the highest rate of child trafficking out of all 50 states. And you signed this bill into law? For real?
I need all of you to take August 19th off. So Gavin Newsom and his buddies up there have crafted Assembly Bill 495. For years, we've been telling you about bad bills that they've been doing. This takes the cake. This bill, AB 495, 100% strips parents of their parental rights. It allows an individual to obtain this new form that comes with the bill They can download it. They can get it mailed to them. They can go pick it up. They fill it out, and they can name a child. So let's say Susie Q. So John goes to a school in California and says, I have this form, and I am asking for Susie Q to be received into my custody. I want to take her out of school. Watch this. The bill does not require a background check for this man, requires no identification, no driver's license, no nothing. Here it is. Hang on. There's no requirement in the bill for the school to call you to ask you if it's okay if John takes your daughter out of school. It is literally being called by opponents of it, I'm one of them, the California legislature trafficking bill. It is unbelievable. So much so, don't believe me. Go to realimpact.us. I have to tell you, if this bill passes, I am going to ask you.
Pay real close attention to what y'all seeing and what y'all listening to. Pay real close attention to the words coming out of this man's mouth. He's telling you that parents will have zero rights when it comes to this AB 495. Pay real close attention. This passed. This was signed by the governor. This is law in the state of California.
To leave the state of California.
Joe Rogan destroys Gavin.
Okay, now we're going to get off into Mr. Joe Rogan and what he got to say about Governor Newsom. This is going to be very interesting as well because him and Joe Rogan been going back and forth, like having a real nice back and forth. But we finna get off into this though for sure. Y'all got to hear. This is just the initiation of it as we get off into the rest. But check it out.
Gavin Newsom for his mismanagement of California.
Did you see the governor talking about what to do with the land of all these homes that have been burnt down? And he did this little dance, like some ideas.
Yeah, look at him back there pop locking. Look at him back there doing the Harlem Shake after these people have lost their fucking homes.
Around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties.
Look at him, man. Looking like a jailed, a glazed up weasel, everything, man. Look at that slick back. They're gonna start calling this dude a devil named Slickback. Look at that. Yeah, doing that, he bouncing, talking about bringing in developers. These people that lost their homes, man. Let's go. We're gonna take this back. One more time for the hood.
Rogan destroys Gavin Newsom for his mismanagement of California.
Did you see the governor talking about what to do with the land of all these homes that have been burnt down? And he did this little dance, like
some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in. You dumb son of a bitch! Buying up properties and the like. So we're already working with our legal.
Shut up, bitch! He said coming in, buying up properties. Yo, listen to that. This wasn't that long ago. This was just a minute ago, y'all. This was this year. Don't forget about it so quick. Look at how he looked gleeful on the what he already knows. We don't know the plans that these developers got. He already done talked with it and went over it and made his deals and discussions on how they finna basically push these people off of this land and take it. These are quote unquote so-called American citizens they're doing this to. You understand? Crazy, man.
Legal teams to move those things forward.
With a big smile on his face. Look at the little wiggle he does with his shoulders. These people lost their homes. A lot of those people don't even have fire insurance because the fire insurance pulled out of California. Like, it's all insanely mismanaged. And then this guy is on television doing a dance in front of the burned down home that people used to sleep in.
This is your president? Is this your president? This is the man that wants to be your president. Hey, but you know what? Honest to God, it's business as usual. He not doing nothing. Ain't no other governors and no other politicians in the United States of amnesia ain't did. Understand? This is the get down. This is how things get done in this country.
Yeah, when is he coming on? He's talking some shit on Twitter.
I know, it's like, you think that's gonna work? Like, that's so stupid. Like, this is such a bad look. It's such a bad choice.
There's a little desperation in it.
But it's just stupid. It's like, this is a bad strategy. Like, I probably would have had him on.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, nah, what are you doing?
I'm convinced that Gavin Newsom is on some type of humiliation ritual tour. You know, see how much he can embarrass himself, how much of a desperate cornball loser that he can be, because he just got humiliated again. And this time by Joe Rogan. He's begging to come on his podcast. And
shouts out to Melanie King, man. She keeps that content coming, dude. I love her stuff, man. Check her out. I'm gonna put her link in the description.
then Joe Rogan said no, and then proceeded to roast this man to millions of his listeners. So now, because he got rejected and his little feelings got hurt, he's on CNN trying to laugh it off. But he's clearly fuming. He's clearly upset. He's clearly humiliated. And so when he runs out of his talking points, well, he does what he always does when he's desperate. He fakes empathy, fakes humility, and does a little race baiting for good measure. This is a man who grew up rich, connected, and pretty much privileged his whole life. But now he's pretending to understand struggle. Okay.
Yeah, when is he coming on? He's talking some shit on Twitter.
I know, it's like, you think that's going to work? Like, that's so stupid. Like, this is such a bad look. It's such a bad choice.
There's a little desperation in it.
But it's just stupid. It's like, this is a bad strategy. Like, I probably would have had him on.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, nah, what are you doing?
There is a fun version where you just do it and cook them, you know?
He'll cook himself.
I mean, that
He'll
seems to be
All you have to
happening.
do is just ask him questions.
Yeah, it's like, why are people leaving?
Well, why do you say this thing all the time where you rattle off all the good things about California? When anybody says something bad about California, it's like, #1 in Fortune 500 companies, #1 in higher education, #1. It was all that shit before you were there. It was all that shit forever. It's because the weather's...
Had absolutely nothing to do with Joe Punk ass.
You dumb son of a bitch!
You didn't build the economy in California. You don't have nothing to do with the business setups there. You have nothing to do with the schools and what how good the schools are. The motherfucker, all that shit been going on there. But the people make California what it is. It's never been I go for everything. It never be the government. It be the people, the regular, common, everyday people. It's why cities be beautiful. It's why they be well kept. That's why if there's any manners or any kind of respect, it's because of the people. It don't got nothing to do with the government or the authoritarian motherfucker, the law enforcement, none of that. None of that shit make people act right. The people act right because they want to. You know, we're taking credit for some. Hey, that's a devil for you.
It's perfect.
What my boy Professor X say, changing the facts, claiming the divine. Motherfucker, that is a typical technique of a devil. You're gonna change the facts and claim all the good shit that you did. And get the fuck out of here.
Man, it has nothing to do with
California.
He won't look. He hasn't for years and years. He's been attacking me, and it's one way, and he won't have me on. He's consistently not having me on. By the way, I'm moving on. I have no interest. Joe Rogan's the Facebook of podcasting. He was sitting across one of the brightest minds in podcasting right now. The guy was in the mic, and there are a lot of people at the mic doing extraordinary things in podcasting.
Joe Rogan's got a pretty big audience still, though.
You know what? But with all due respect, if he has a big audience but he doesn't have big enough confidence, I didn't go there, to have me on.
Well, you've called him a chicken.
He's been attacked.
Fuck he gotta have you on for? He had Donald Trump on and got 60 million views. How fucking many would he get if he had the weasel? You don't get your ass in the... He gonna start calling him the jelly weasel. He'll call him a weasel named Slickback. There you go.
But here's the thing. These guys, they all have something in common. It's one way. They attack, they belittle, they demean, they take things out of context. But this is a serious thing.
Yeah.
And so often we just sit back and go, oh, God, I really would love to go on. Oh, if Kamala Harris just went on Joe Rogan, she would have won. It's not. It's so much deeper than that. And the unwillingness for a guy like that.
Give a fuck what show Kamala Harris would have went on. She could have went on Saturday Night Live. She could have did any fucking show. That bitch was not going to be president, yo. You think that These devils wouldn't vote for Hillary, and she's a white woman. I thought she was gonna vote for this. Get the fuck out of here with that weak shit.
To even have the common courtesy to attack someone and not have the decency to say, you know what, why don't you have a chance to come on? Let's have a civil dialogue. I've watched you on podcasts with like Sean Ryan, who's a close buddy of his. He had the courage on me have 4 hours.
Right.
Sean Hannity, folks like that. And so if I can go on Sean Ryan and Sean Hannity, what are you worried about? Joe, you're going to cook me, or I'm going to cook my...
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, he would cook your motherfucking ass.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, would not make it 1 second. You don't get the fuck out the hood with that weak shit.
myself.
You have got to watch how fast his confidence cracks. So he goes out here calling Rogan a coward and then spends 2 minutes begging for air.
Some real shit, man. You calling Rogan out his name. Rogan will fuck you up, bro. Hand to hand, real fight. Rogan is a fucking taekwondo. He'll do a fucking spin kick and kick your ass across the motherfucker, kick you a few yards. He talking about, so you call him up out their name. Better watch him out, man. Rogan is a certified tough guy, bro.
Airtime. Really? Rogan is the coward, but you're still begging him to be on his show? Like no one believes this. Does he think he's projecting strength? Because to me, all it looks like is desperation in a designer suit. Because Joe Rogan didn't block him because he's somehow scared of this man. He blocked him because every time he gets a chance to talk, he somehow turns it into some deranged campaign commercial.
They don't have any faith in Gavin Newsom.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of funny because he wants to be president so bad.
That's sure what it looks like.
You dumb son of a bitch! That motherfucker will never be president. If people vote that man into the presidency, America, you deserve whatever the fuck happens after that.
Can't ruin a city.
I guarantee you Russia or somebody gonna attack immediately. They see his weak ass in there as a president.
And then go on to ruin a state and say, guys, that was just practice.
I know.
Once I get it as a president, I'm going to fix it. Fix it all.
I mean, it's so crazy, but he's such a great politician. I mean,
No,
he's
not.
so smooth.
He's not.
No, he's not.
No, I think he's terrible.
How's he
It's just-
remained
it's
in
'cause
power
he
for
has
so long?
Low competition.
Low competition. Nobody, the right person, ain't nobody running that ran against this devil. And California is the devil. So they're going to have a demon as their governor. Real talk. History of California going all the way back to punk-ass Reagan. Shitty-ass governors. Keep a shitty-ass governor in California.
Good is competing against him. There's
I
no
guess
sincerity.
I should say he's not a good. I should say he's smooth. He comes.
I
across
mean,
very
he's a
smooth.
good bullshit artist.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's like what the things that he says when he gets confronted with things. We're the highest this and the highest that. Like everybody's leaving.
Yeah.
You have the highest unemployment.
Yeah.
You have the highest homelessness.
Look what they did with Hollywood.
Money's missing. You killed Hollywood. Like Hollywood doesn't exist anymore. It's literally gone.
That was such an easy one.
mandated vaccine.
Real talk, man. He destroyed Hollywood, dog. He killed off he killed off all the big money makers for the state of California.
You killed Hollywood. Like Hollywood doesn't exist anymore. It's literally gone.
That was such an easy one.
mandated vaccines for kids that didn't need them. You guys, you did horrible shit.
60s world.
Cali was all the way on that bullshit with the vaccines to the fullest, man. Everybody who know Cali was with that bullshit. You seen real authoritarianism in Cali and in fucking New York when it came to that COVID shit. They really made sure, you have no rights. It was based damn near martial law in them states, dog, I reckon.
You got the Supreme Court talking about getting rid of the Voting Rights Act, and that's very real.
Yeah.
That may likely happen in just a matter of months. I mean, they're rewriting history, censoring historical facts. It's a unbelievable moment. All this anti-woke stuff is just anti-black.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, bitch!
You must the fuck out of that. That type woke ain't got nothing to do with no fucking black people, man. What the fuck?
Period, full stop. All the CRT, ESG, DEI stuff, that's all this is. It's this great purge, and it's happening in real time, and I'm sitting here, and I feel like, luckily I'm governor, but like we're not doing enough. Right. We're not calling this out. We're not drawing a line here. And again, it's not about Democrats.
Shut up, Meg.
Your ass ain't gonna do shit, motherfucker. You shot down the motherfucking reparations. You shot down the reparations bills. 5 of them. You don't give a fuck about no black people. Any black folks that think you do, is something wrong with them. Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all better pay a little bit more attention to what's going on in your states. What's going on in the legislation around this place, around this station. I mean, it is only getting worse, not getting no better, not no time soon. This motherfucker want to be your president, ladies and gentlemen. You think he's gonna make a good president? But to be honest, I don't think the Democrats got nobody else they can try to get behind. He still has a full head of hair. He's a decent bullshitter. You know, might be the best thing to throw out there in front of the people. Hook Scamala on his hip and roll them both and see if it go down. All the man, real talk. Any Republican candidate should be able to completely obliterate them in a debate about their track record when it come to their state. Ain't shit. But yeah, man, that's the show, man. Just wanted to drop in right quick and drop a little information on what's going on with this so-called wannabe next president, man. Gavin Gruesome Newsom, the weasel named Slickback. Say he gonna be the next president of the United Snakes of Amnesia. Yeah, man. They always keep you distracted. Always got something else going on. Democrats got shit fucked up. So fucked up. They was pushing that whole shutdown thing. People not getting their food stamps and shit like that. That was all the Democrats doing that. Refusing to sign the bill. We refused to pass the budget. Here it is. The budget passed. Nothing was changed. So they did all that was for nothing. And the main people that got hurt is the people who's the main base of Democrats. But they are replacing y'all with undocumented people. That's why more undocumented people are on more assistance than any so-called American citizen. See, they gonna just move y'all aside and replace y'all with the undocumented people and their children and their children's children. Because they're gonna say the Democrats was always there for us. That's what's up. That's what's going on, man. Cutting up out of here, man. This your boy Bam Bam Belly Young. Wanna watch 3 sons laid to death, laid to life, cause we living to die and we die to live again. 360 degrees, comprehend. Whether it be here in the kingdom, I'ma see you all again, man. Until then, keep breathing. Doing your part to try to make this world a little bit better, man. Cause you know what? You're about to leave your babies here one day. It's all my beloved out there, man. Let me say Shalom Barakatah, Awada Abba Yahweh, Wam Yasharala. Catch up with y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Eastside Watts in the house. Rest in peace, Twilight.